So let's be real. Everyone is trying to use AI to crank out content at a massive scale. But there's this huge catch, right? Google's big crackdown on what they call scaled content abuse. It feels like this constant tug of war between the incredible promise of AI and the very real fear of getting slapped with a penalty. Okay, so let's dive into how you can actually win that fight by building a smarter system.
Here it is, the million-dollar question for pretty much any creator or marketer today. How do you get all the amazing benefits of AI's speed and power without waking up one morning to find your traffic has completely flatlined because of a penalty? Look, the answer isn't to run away from AI, it's about learning to use it the right way.
Now, what's wild is that the most common way people are using AI is also the most dangerous. This whole idea of AI writes, you publish, it's a total myth. In reality, it's a super fast ticket to exactly what Google is targeting, scaled content abuse. They're talking about stuff generated with, and I'm quoting here, little to no human oversight. That's the stuff that gets you in trouble. That model, it's just fundamentally broken.
So, to fix this, we have to completely rethink the whole problem. The old model fails because honestly, it's based on a giant misunderstanding of what content creation even is. It isn't just one single action, it's actually made up of 7 distinct, kind of hidden processes. And this right here, this is the aha moment. You gotta stop thinking like an artist, trying to create a masterpiece from a blank canvas every single time. Instead, you need to start thinking like an architect designing an assembly line. Each step is its own station, totally optimized, and it all contributes to a high quality product at the end every single time.
So here it is. This is the assembly line, broken down into 7 key stages. First up, you've got research and intent mapping, basically figuring out what your audience actually wants. Then you move to information gathering and building the structural architecture, which is just a fancy way of saying you build your outline. It's only then that you get to the actual content generation. And after that, this is the crucial human part, EEAT integration. This is where you inject your unique experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. Finally, you wrap up with technical optimization for the search engines and a final quality validation to make sure the thing is actually helpful. The real magic of this assembly line approach is that you can assign the right worker to each station. It's not about replacing humans at all. It's about putting AI and human experts in the roles where they absolutely shine. This division of labor, this is the key to getting both quality and scale. So let's look at how we split up the work. AI is just an absolute powerhouse at the heavy lifting, right? Research, grabbing info, structuring outlines, banging out those first drafts. But humans are completely irreplaceable for the 2 steps that Google cares about the most. Weaving in your unique expertise and experience, the stuff an AI literally can't invent, and that final quality check, which needs real human judgment to decide if the content is genuinely useful. And this quote, man, it just nails the new philosophy perfectly. It's a complete shift in how you think about it. The human is the architect at the very beginning, drawing up the blueprint. The AI is like a skilled construction crew, executing that blueprint flawlessly. And then the human comes back at the end as the finisher, adding all those unique, valuable details that make the whole thing truly stand out. So, why are we going through all this trouble? Well, because of numbers like this one. The data is pretty clear. To rank well, your content needs to cover at least 74% of all the relevant subtopics and facts for any given search. This has nothing to do with length. It's all about comprehensive coverage. And if you need more proof, just look at this bar chart. Check out the huge difference here. The connection between ranking and how much of the topic you cover is nearly 3 times stronger than the connection with just plain old word count. Google isn't rewarding long-winded articles. It's rewarding the most complete articles. Your whole system has to be built to deliver that. Okay, so the theory is solid, but how do you actually make this work day to day without it becoming a huge mess? This is where the engine part comes in. There are 2 core pieces that make this whole system scalable and repeatable. The first part of your engine is what we'll call your EEAT library. Think of this like a central vault of your most valuable human-generated assets. It's your secret weapon. It's everything that makes your point of view unique and authoritative, all stored in a way that you can pull from it and reuse it strategically across tons of different content pieces. So what exactly goes into this library? We're talking about your best case studies, killer quotes from your in-house experts, unique industry insights you've developed over years,
stories from firsthand experience, and any original data or research you've got. These are the golden nuggets that AI can't just dream up, and they are your absolute best defense against being seen as just another piece of low-value content. The second part of the engine is batch processing. It sounds technical, but it's simple. Instead of making one article from start to finish and then starting the next one, you group all the similar tasks together. You do all of your research at once, all of your AI drafting at once, and all of your human enhancing at once. This one change gets rid of the massive time suck of constantly switching gears between different kinds of thinking. And here's what that can look like in a real week. On Monday, you batch all the research and outlining for the entire week's content. On Tuesday, you let the AI take over and generate all those first drafts. Wednesday is Human Day. That's when you enhance everything, pulling those unique assets from your EE8T library. Thursday is for all the technical stuff, and Friday is for the final quality check and hitting publish. It turns content chaos into a predictable, smooth-running factory.
So, when you put all these pieces together, we're not just talking about using a new tool. We are talking about architecting a completely new system for creating content, one that's actually built for the modern world of search and AI.
So here are the crucial things to walk away with. First, deconstruct your content creation into those 7 core processes. Next, assign those tasks based on what AI is great at versus what humans are great at. Then, build that reusable EEAT library to scale your unique value. Use batch processing to get crazy efficient. And maybe most importantly, build a system where quality is baked in from the start. It's structural, not just an afterthought. And that leaves us with one final, really critical question. The game has already changed. Seriously, the standards are way higher, and the penalties for lazy, low-effort content are very real. So you have to take a hard look at how you're making content and ask yourself, is my system really built to win in 2025 and beyond?